Hey everybody, what is up? This is Devin LaVore coming at you. Huge thank you, first and foremost, to those who give to us. Because as we like to say around here, we live by what you give, and every single penny counts. Every $10, $20, $30, $50, $100, whatever. It all goes into the LaVore Family Fund. For us to do the stuff that we need to do, which is not just paying for our stay and food. There's lots of other stuff that goes into the life of a person, right? And we just are so grateful to you who give, and God who's put us in this position to provide those who will help sustain us. Just us. It's like, wow, it's like, who are we? You know what I'm saying? It's like I can understand where David comes from a lot of times when he said, who are we, Lord, that you are considering us, considering the vastness of who you are. You know what I mean? And so if you would like to give, there is a Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal link below. And we just say thank you and appreciate everything and anything that you give. And so I want to share something today that I've already shared with one person, but as I was sharing it, like literally every second of me sharing it, I felt like this is a bunch of people. And I told him, I was like, don't be surprised if it shows up in a video tonight. And well, here it is. But I tell you what I saw. I saw a bunch of people. Like, they were not necessarily wandering around in the desert, but they were all blindfolded. It was a bunch of different kinds of people, but they were all blindfolded. And they were being led. It was like that game you play where it's like, hey, there's a game you can play that we used to do in youth group, or when I was a leader in youth group. I wasn't raised in church, so I didn't go to youth group, but for a period of time in church, I was part of the youth group leadership team. And there was this game that we would play where we would blindfold people, and we'd have like 4 or 5 other people talking to the person who was blindfolded, but there would be one person designated to be the voice that they're supposed to follow. Just follow my voice. And it was to symbolize, it was really fun, just to watch how different people responded and how they dealt with the difficulty of hearing other voices speak to them at the same time the one voice was speaking to them. And it was supposed to symbolize, like, this is what life with the Lord can be like from time to time. Sometimes you just hear super clear, but other times it's like you got so many other things that are competing for your attention, and you're wondering, wait, is that the voice I should follow? Is this what I should follow? But the voice when you hear it speaking. It's like, oh, that's what I should follow. That's what all these people in the wilderness were doing. They were blindfolded, and they were just following this. It was like this voice was leading them, a voice that couldn't be seen from a face, because it was God's voice. It represented God was leading this group of people. And some of them didn't even know that there was another person next to him that was also blindfolded, But God has caused quite a few of us to have others who are also blindfolded to partner and fellowship and connect with our lives, so that we're not totally isolated and alone, And I'm sure a lot of us who are in that blindfolded place understand that. But this is what I saw. I saw this group of people blindfolded being led to this place. And I felt like with the friend I was speaking to today when I was sharing, because it was just a heartbreaking news that she received about something she was hoping was going to happen, but it didn't happen. But then it's like, I really felt like the Lord was like, that is okay, And it's like, after that situation, now you're in this blindfolded place, meaning you don't know where to go. You don't know what to do. You don't know what's going to happen. Where are we going now? What's happening? But you know what? I know that God is true. I know that God's real. He's going to lead me. And I'm like, me and Michelle were both last night thinking like, oh my gosh, we've gone through that so many times when we're house dreaming and we see this home and we're going, oh my gosh, Lord, that would be the best home ever. That would be so amazing. And then it's like, what about that one? Are you ready to move on our behalf so we could have this home? We feel like we found the home that we really would love to be in. And then it goes under contract and it gets sold. And it's like, oh, the first 12 times that happens, it's devastating. But then, but then after that, you just kind of get used to it. But I don't think you ever get used to being cut. I don't think you ever get used to being hurt. I don't think you ever get used to being disappointed. You just get better at handling it, right? And sometimes, no matter how pro you are, some things just hit you in the gut so hard, you just go down. But what I saw was what I felt like the Lord was saying was, you're being blindfolded by time and circumstance and all of these, and not knowing what's going on. It's like almost like by the Lord, right? Because what he's really doing is he's leading you to the place he really has in mind for you. And at that time, he will remove the blindfold. And even in that state, you could be at a really just difficult place, but he removes the blindfold, and suddenly, you see like how he's been working in your life, and what he will suddenly manifest, what he will suddenly reveal. It will be like a surprise party. It'll be just like this, all of a sudden, like, whoa, oh, I had no idea. I did not see this coming. Oh, wow, this is so amazing. And God will begin to work in your life and begin to just manifest so many fulfilled desires and blessings, overflowing, abundance, income, favor, gifts of deliciousness. And what you will do when you look back on what you lost, you'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I lost that. I'm so glad, God, you did not allow me to actually have that. And, for some of you, it could be a relational thing. You really want to be connected with this one person and marry, maybe for the sake of marriage or something like that, but God's clearly pulling you away from that. But what he's leading you into, you're going to look back on and go, whoa, I'm so glad you saved me from that, but I'm also glad you saved them. God, I'm so glad you didn't open up that door to that opportunity that I thought was an opportunity. I'm glad that door shut. I was asking you to open and close doors, and you closed it. I didn't think it was going to close, but this door that you have opened, oh my gosh, it's so much better. It's amazing. And so it's like, I'm reminded of my daughter on her 8th birthday. We had no money, like zero. I mean, we had like $8 in the bank or something like that. And her birthday came, and we were just like, I don't know what, there was this fair in town and all this stuff. But she just gave up her birthday. She was like, I'll just give it up. But in the hotel that we were staying in at the time, they had these Otis Spunkmeyer cookies. And she was like, if I could just get one of those, that would be super great. Can I please have one of those? And there was just this sense of like, well, just let it go and see what the Lord wants. And so she let it go to see what the Lord wants, but it was kind of like a no. It was like that door was closed. She's like, dang, it's my birthday. I can't even have an Otis Spunkmeyer cookie from downstairs that they give away for free. That's the way it came across, but she let it go. And then the Lord moved, and someone who still gives to us to this day sent us, I think it was like almost $300, and we were able to take her out. Oh man, I'm just getting choked up thinking about this. It's just such a blessing. I mean, this is like 6 years ago. And it just, the testimonies of God live on forever because it's what God did. You know, the entire Bible is a testimony anyway. And so we were able to take her to Chick-fil-A. Not only were we able to take her to Chick-fil-A, but we were able to give her a Chick-fil-A cookie. And she was like, whoa, this is so much better than the Otis Spunkmeyer. And right in that moment, I felt like the Lord was like, go get her some ice cream too. Now, at that time, dairy was off the menu because she had bad reactions. I was like, it was one of those moments where like, this is, everything's all fine and great, but this better be the Lord because she will seriously have a reaction. And the Lord's like, she will not react. I will not allow it. I was like, okay. And I just really knew it was the Lord. So I got her some ice cream. You know, long story short, she did not react at all. No reactions, none whatsoever. No skin issues, nothing. I was like, wow, that's amazing. And then we ended up being able to go to, what was it? American Girl. I think she was really into American Girl at that time, and buy her some of the books that she still needed or wanted from that place. And then we ended up getting to go to the fair and all that. And it was such a great example of like, God, I don't know. She was blindfolded about her birthday. She didn't know what was going to happen, but she let it go. She gave it over to God, and she's like, I'm just going to follow you however you lead me today. And the Lord led her into everything that she wanted, but the ice cream part, it wasn't even supposed to be on the menu. It was a no-no. It was like, that can't even be a desire. Even though it's a desire, it's out of bounds. You know, it's illegal. You know, and God's like, I'm bringing it inbounds. I'm making it legal. I could do that. And it was just like, she got a cookie, a better cookie, and ice cream that was just off the menu because she said that day, she was like, in my heart of hearts, I would really just love some ice cream, but I just know I can't get it. And the Lord gave that to her. And it was such a great day. It was an amazing day. And she came back just going, the Lord has touched my heart at 8 years old. At 8 years old. And I just feel like whatever your age is, wherever you're at in life right now, I believe the Lord's getting ready to do some things in your life where you too are going to be saying, oh, the Lord has touched my heart. He has touched my heart. He has shown me what exceedingly abundantly beyond what I'm asking or thinking. Like he has brought things into my life that I didn't even think were right, that I didn't even think I could have, but he brought it in anyway. And he said, here you go. Blessings from your heavenly Father who loves you. Surprise. Yeah. And so I just feel like that's what's getting ready to happen. You may be suffering a loss right now. You may be going through a difficulty right now. You may be going through some stuff right now, but it's like, it's only the blindfold that's leading to the unfold of what God's getting ready to do. The miraculous thing that God's getting ready to work in your life for your specific needs and your specific situation and your specific desires that you have going on with you and the Lord. So I just pray that blessed you guys. And until next video, bye-bye.